to right.
Yes, good afternoon to all of you. I'm Cesar Munoz from Jambalaya News Hispanic Radio. When you say the worst of the worst, are those the ones that are incarcerated here now, or are you going to bring in from other parts of the country?
We will take whatever ICE sends us as they go through their roster of some of the worst criminal illegal aliens.
How much is the federal government paying Louisiana to host the detention center, and are they paying to renovate the camp as well?
Look, here's what I'll tell you. This camp was renovated and will be operated at a fraction of the cost of other camps around the nation. That was the instructions by the president.
Governor Landry will be coming to WWL New Orleans. I want to talk to you about the National Guard being brought into New Orleans. Can you give us any details on how soon that may happen and how many troops are you talking?
Well, y'all know me. I wouldn't talk about any operational elements that we have going on as we combat crime from New Orleans all the way to Shreveport. I will tell you this. Both General Bondi and Secretary Nome have been here since January of this year. Remember, both of them visited New Orleans during that awful terrorist attack on New Year's Day. We don't talk about operations that are ongoing. We only deliver the results after. Thank you.
Governor, how long did it take to transform this facility into Louisiana lockup? What was the work that was required to do that? And are there any plans to build another facility like this one in the state of Louisiana?
Well, look, right now I'll tell you that Warden Vanoy and his group here and our staff over at the governor's office worked day and night probably for over 30 or 45 days putting this thing together because we needed a place like this as fast as we could. The country needs a place where we can consolidate these violent, illegal, criminal aliens. We're going to ramp this place up to about over 400 in the next few months. And then we will wait and see what ICE may have for us later.
Governor, when you say worst of the worst, is that based off of allegations or convictions? And what will their day-to-day life look like? Will it be similar to the inmates at Landry?
Well, what would you expect of those who commit some of the worst, their daylight to be? What is the day life of the victims, of their victims? At least think about that. I can promise you this, that their day here is better than the day in walking in the footsteps of some of their victims, many of whom are no longer on this earth.
NBC on behalf of the pool, what are the detention standards at this facility? I know just bouncing off of that, is this an ICE facility, a state facility? If it's not going to be an ICE facility, will these inmates have access to attorneys?
All of the procedures that we will be following here will be based upon ICE's procedures. Oh, you want to? Yeah, sure.
So this facility will meet all of ICE's standards, including our standards to have attorneys available, and we have hearing rooms to be able to meet with your attorney as well as see an immigration judge with Department of Justice. We also have the law library in this facility, just like every other ICE facility. This is a model for the country of what ICE is expecting from our partners, and that's exactly what we have here. You can walk into any ICE facility right now, and you're going to see the same exact standards, and they're going to be met throughout the country, just as Governor Landry did.
Governor, any concerns about mixing the populations here with the normal population of Angola, or they're just going to be completely separate?
Oh, no. There's no mixing over here. All of the camps are completely isolated from one another. And so this camp will completely be isolated from the criminal civil population.
What is the cost that the state is incurring for the renovations and the operations of this facility, and will any of it be reimbursed by the federal government?
I can promise you this facility will operate in the black at a fraction of the cost that others have done. That was the instructions I got from the White House.